Hi, first of all, I'm sorry for my poor English. It's not my first language. I have a couple of interesting encounters with scammers. All of them were guys that DM'd me on Instagram. First one was supposed to be a captain of a ship that should travel from Singapore to Norway. This guy asked me if he could friend me since he liked my profile picture. I politely agreed. I like to talk to people on Instagram and have made many friends there. He told me he was something over 50 and that he was single because of his work. He was looking for a wife and I was interesting in his opinion. Well, I'm happily married, so I was not interested. But in the time he was trying to write to me, I've already Google searched his picture and I now know I was talking with a scammer, so I play along. He said that he was in Norway, so I wrote, "How are you?" in Norwegian. Since I've been learning Norwegian for a couple of years, and it was funny that he says he's from there because my husband was from Denmark, and the language was so similar that I know that they can understand each other when writing. I've made a misspelling on purpose since I know he will not be able to Google Translate it. And he wasn't, so I called him out on it, and he was starting to get impatient, saying that he was from Norway, but he was preferring to write in English. So I asked, "Why didn't you answer me in Norwegian? I just asked, 'How are you?'" And he Google translated a phrase that he wasn't a scammer and that he was able to talk in Norwegian. I called him on that he made an error in the words and that he completely ignored it. Okay, I said I'll trust him. I asked him where he was. He gave me a city that was completely different from the one he gave me in the beginning of the conversation. At this point I told him I will send him my picture, and I sent him instead a Grabify link to some BS I found online. Grabify links are an IP tracker, and of course he was from Nigeria. So I told him at this point, "You have nice weather there where you are." And he said, "Yes, it's cold." And I told him, "No, here it is written down in the weather that you're having nice weather and sun," and sent him a link to the location he's really from. At this point I told him, "Nice trying, scammer," blocked him, and reported him to Instagram. Encounter number 2. My next scammer sent me a DM on Instagram saying he was Polish like me and living in the UK. "Funny," I said, and I started to write to him in Polish, on which he answered that he was living in the UK and would prefer to write in English. I call him out on that, saying that he doesn't speak Polish at all and he was just another scammer, and next time when he tries to scam someone, at least try to speak the language that you pretend to know. The last one I encountered was a French guy that told me he was in France and he was able to speak Italian. I lived in Italy, so I was able to speak Italian. He was trying to use a translator, on which I called him and he told me that he just uses it to make sure he doesn't make many errors. I said, okay. He sent me his picture. It was not bad. I had a Google search ASAP so I could check if it was one that a scammer used and if he was a scammer. The initial image scan didn't find anything, but there was something odd. I continued to play with this guy in the meantime, trying to see if I can find something in his story, some inconsistencies. He was 40, single, and looking for love. He was living and working in Marseille, France. I really didn't care what he did for a living. I decided that I will try to check his IP, and I sent him a Grabify link to some YouTube video saying that it was my channel and asked if he liked it. He didn't click on it at first, so I asked if he liked my video. And then he clicked, and guessed 3 times he was in Ghana using an iPhone 12. So I told him, "Why are you lying to me?" And he said, "No, I'm not." And I told him, "Yes, you are. You're in Ghana, not in France." And he was trying to tell me that I was wrong. So I sent him a screenshot of the place he was with all the details of the phone provider he was using, the phone he had, etc. And you know what? He blocked me. We'd like to thank this lady for sharing her fun encounters with 3 online scammers she met on Instagram. If you'd like to share your story, be it a funny one or a sad tale, you can find us on Facebook under the page Scamming Scammers Action, or you can drop us an email, scammingscammers@gmail.com. We'll verify your stories, narrate them into a video. Your story might help others who are dealing with being scammed and to get over the emotional toll that it might have taken on them. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.